What is up? It's me, Haley Jones. I'm here with Joshua Kinna of Knoxville Hot Tub Rentals. That's right. He has a hot tub rental business. And we are actually right now like sitting on the side of this hot tub that you can rent, which is super swanky. Like in my mind, it was like an inflatable pool. That is not what this is, ladies and gentlemen. So we are going to dive right in now. Before we get to the hot tub part, as we always do, let's do a little bit of rapid fire so we can get to know Joshua a little bit more. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you a Vol fan, Joshua?
I am. I work there, so I kind of
So
have to be.
Are there people, I'm sure there's people there that aren't Vol fans, but maybe they don't say it.
Well, yeah. They're all Vol fans, but they might be, a lot of faculty might be fans of their alma maters where they got their degrees. True. So, but there's obviously, they all work there, so they're definitely Vol fans. There's a few who say I'm Vol fans except for if they went to another SEC school, they'll say I'm Vol fans except for when said school plays SEC school. But
specifically Alabama?
Georgia, I've seen Georgia, I've seen Alabama.
No.
Those are the two that I've seen the most. Florida even. But
which Florida is like, I'm going to say it, someone might be offended, but that's not even, come on now. Anyways, okay. Where are you from?
So Central Florida.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I didn't go to Florida. I went to UCF. That was my alma mater.
Okay.
So when I tell people in Florida, like, oh, you went to the Gators? I'm like, nope, not a Gator, not a Seminole. I'm a Knight. So
nice. Okay, actually, so I just spoke with someone, also interviewed her about her business, and she's UCF person.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. Anyways, and actually, a lot of Florida people, then multiple people are Miami Dolphins fans.
There could be. I mean, there's the Buccaneers and Jaguars too. I'm not a big NFL guy. I'm like college football.
I like it. Okay. Reading books or watching TV?
TV probably.
What are you watching these days? It's okay.
I do. Let's see. We have been catching up on old Sykes and Matlocks and that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. Well, murder mystery, my wife and I. But for some of the newer stuff, Abbott Elementary is been a fun one.
Is it good?
Yeah,
I've not watched it.
We enjoy it.
Okay. Okay, you already kind of answered this already, but professional sports or college sports? Definitely
college sports. And that's basketball, baseball, softball, all that stuff.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. Coffee or tea?
Actually, neither. I do more of the Rockstars.
Hot take.
Yeah, Rockstar energy drinks, that kind of energies. So I don't do tea. I don't really do coffee either.
That doesn't make do you have like a Rockstar energy every morning?
Most mornings, yeah.
Favorite flavor?
The fruit punch.
Oh.
Fruit punch.
I'm afraid to drink those.
I do sugar-free.
Okay, I'm afraid to drink them.
I do sugar-free.
I'm like, what's going to happen if I drink this? Yeah. Anyways, okay. Cat person or a dog person?
Dog.
That was a fast answer.
Yes.
Too.
Oh, yeah. Australian Shepherds specifically.
Aww,
Australian Shepherds.
That's so good. Okay, chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate peanut butter, actually.
Oh, like a Reese's, little Reese's
action?
Reese's,
yeah.
Have you been to Bradley's Chocolates before?
I have not.
Oh my gosh, I'll tell you about that later. It's literally amazing. It'll change your life. Okay, working out or hanging out?
Probably hanging out. That way I don't work up too much of a sweat.
Okay, football or basketball?
Football.
Nice. Do you have like a favorite position, favorite player, anything like that?
Oh gosh, probably like tight end. I mean, they get to catch and run and routes, but they also strong block things.
Love it.
Defense would be the linebacker kind of position would be the favorite. Favorite player? I don't really have a favorite player per se. I know everyone likes the name Squirrel for UT, so he's fast. I know he's not a tight end, but he's fast and really great name.
What's your opinion of? Did you watch the draft?
I did not.
Okay. Well, they took Hendon Hooker like he got the short end of the stick in my opinion. So we're gonna see what happens. But Detroit drafted him, so I'm just like,
okay.
I know, but I think he's so great. Anyways, okay, Peyton or Dolly, or neither. Some people have said neither.
I like Dolly.
Right?
I mean, Dolly.
She's amazing.
I mean, I moved to Tennessee, and you can't say anything bad about Dolly.
Yeah.
I mean, Peyton's great too.
Yeah.
You can't say anything bad about him either. But Dolly is the best.
She does like amazing stuff.
Yes.
Like for people.
Yeah.
So I think that's like, not only is she amazing at what she does, but for the community here locally, she's pretty awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, let's get down to business. Knoxville hot tub rentals.
Yes.
So, do you just love hot tubs?
No, so it started with a podcast, listening to it about making a side hustle. So obviously mentioned I work at UT, but so just a little bit of free time. We thought we could make some extra money here and there. And my wife's also a teacher here in Knox County, and we were, teachers are doing a lot of stressful things lately. So we're
they are?
So we're looking for ways to de-stress, and we took a trip actually to Hawaii and enjoyed the hot tub there. And then I thought, well, maybe we should bring the hot tub idea here, and talk to a colleague, and some people were like, that's a cool idea. And then I was like, man, maybe we should actually do this. And so we started a few months ago, and here we are.
That's awesome. So you, first of all, enjoy a hot tub in general, but listen to a podcast and are like, oh, this could be a cool business idea, which is kind of, when you're in education, that's like very high touch, high stress. And I'm hoping that this would be a lot less stressful. Yeah,
definitely a lot less stressful. I mean, the most stressful thing is just making sure I get there on time and delivering it and doing the heavy lifting. And I say that lightly because the hot tub's actually really light, so it's not that much.
Well, how much does it actually weigh?
Weighs about 80 pounds without any water in it. Now, once water gets in it, it's close to 2,700 pounds, something like that.
Well, it 80 pounds.
And we actually see the water starting to fill it up now.
It's happening. Okay, so in terms of like how this works, like if someone was like, we want to rent a hot tub, well, who do you find are people that are renting it, first of all?
We had someone do it for their wife for Mother's Day, and just someone who wanted to hang out with some friends, girlfriends, and just have a late night kind of spending time with them. So just people who want to relax, people who want to party, both of those kind of situations. Gifts, like I said, so those have been the bulk. We just recently started, so there's still a lot more possibilities of why someone wants to rent it, but those are probably the typical thing. Talking to other people in the industry at other places, they said that people who are testing out a hot tub, thinking about buying one, they would want to possibly rent one just to see for a month how much would we actually use it, how much does it take to like keep up with the water and that kind of stuff. And then if it's too much, then I'll just keep renting or I'll buy one. So
I'm thinking it could be cool if it would be cool if you had a hot tub at your tailgate, first of all. I think it would, wouldn't that be cool?
We'd love to do those type of things. We can't do it at it would have to be at a home. So someone has to have electricity and water available, but I
think that would be so cool. Or any kind of party at all whatsoever. I think it would be cool. Okay, so what's one of your, let's just back up. I feel that hot tubs have a negative connotation that they're dirty.
Yeah, I mean,
so talk to us about that.
People sit in them for a while, so anything that's on your body might come off, or your clothes, that kind of stuff. So this one does have a filter that's built into it, and then of course we use chlorine in it, specialized chlorine just for the hot tub. This particular brand of hot tub, so it's very minimal, but it's still effective. We also use this little thing called a Froggy system, so it uses some chemicals to kill bacteria and keep the water level clean and chlorine level, so you don't have to keep adding chlorine to it. And then before I even fill it up, I use a food safe sanitizer on it, and it kills bacteria and viruses. And then we wipe that down, and then we also use some Simple Green before that, if there's any grease and dirt, that kind of stuff that's just on people, it comes off. And so we would clean that off before we drop it off, and then when we go to pick it up, we would do it again, and then we would do it one more time before dropping off someone else. So it gets doubly clean is what he's saying. Double clean before he drops it off, and then he's obviously once he takes it away, you probably don't care, but it's clean. Yeah.
Basically to say. Well, I also think when you think about cabins in Sevierville, and you're like, I don't know who's been up in here, but the fact that it's cleaned double before it even arrives to your house.
Yeah.
So you mentioned power, obviously a water source.
Yeah, we have a 100-foot hose, and so we would need to be within 100 feet of water spigot. I also have a tankless water heater system that I rigged up with propane, and so I could fill it up with hot water, and so that way you could use it right away. We're not using it today, but Otherwise,
wait, we're not. No, I'm just kidding.
Otherwise, it would. If I filled it up with cold water, it would take about 28 to 24 hours to heat up to about 104 degrees.
Well, cold plunge action for you.
Yeah, it can go up to the lowest 66. That's the minimum that it can go. So it doesn't have. I know we're coming into summer, but it doesn't have to go up to 104. So some people might keep it at 90 something, and it's just kind of a small pool for little kids, and you could put it next to your actual pool and be warmer. Especially right now, like it's warm, but a lot of people's pools are still pretty cold.
Yeah, that's true.
So it could be that. Yeah.
So I saw on your website, KnoxvilleHotTubRental.com, right?
Rentals.com. Yep.
Rentals.com. The S is important because if you put something else in, you're not going to get there. Okay. So I saw that there's packages. There's like a weekend, like a 3-day, a weekend. Correct me, but kind of how are you seeing people are mostly renting it? What's kind of the most popular so far?
So far, it's been the weekend. I'm not surprised, but we also have a 3-day week. And as we're coming into summer, someone might want it Monday through Thursday. And then we have the weekend, which is Friday through Sunday. And then we have a week and then a month. And we just kind of, we're still new, so we're kind of still checking our prices. We're running a deal where we have a newsletter. And if you sign up for it and you book it right away, you get 25% off right away. And then you also would get a little newsletter, a little inspirational message, fun facts, nothing heavy to read or look at, but something, little value, just to say thank you for giving us your contact and letting us reach out to you. And a lot of it's like water-based themed and that kind of stuff, as we can imagine. Right.
So what about people that, say they're getting an Airbnb locally, but they don't have an Airbnb? Would that be somewhere that you would take them? Like, how would that work? Or?
It could. The only thing I would need to reach out to the Airbnb owners, this is also a message for people who own Airbnbs. If you don't have a hot tub, you can reach out. We can rent it for you for a month or 2 months or 3 months for the season.
That could be like an add-on or an upsell.
Yeah, an upsell that you would add to your customers. Or if you could allow your customers to pay for it themselves just for a weekend, we would never go indoors. It would always be outdoors. It could be on patios, it could be on driveways, it could be on decks, it could be in the yard. And we would put certain, as long as it's flat-ish, it doesn't have to be level, but flat-ish. It works.
Okay, cool. So in terms of do you have any good stories so far of people that have rented it? Anything that's
not so far. I mean, someone said that they stayed up in the hot tub from 9 to midnight, just kind of having a good time. They have LED lights, so they could, it has
like a vibe.
Six different colors, and they could change, or you can set it to one color. And so they just had a good time. But that's pretty much it. So nothing crazy yet. Again, we're just still starting out, but hopefully nothing too crazy. And if it is, I don't want to know about it.
You're like, I'm actually glad I don't know these stories.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
So in terms of starting this business, what's kind of been one of your biggest I didn't know that was going to happen, starting a business?
For this particular one is awareness, getting everyone I talk to, I didn't know hot tub rentals was a thing.
Yeah.
And so you really just have to go out and let people know that it's a thing. And then of course, if they do say it's a thing, they're like, oh, it must be inflatable. It's like, no, it's not inflatable.
Which is what I thought even until this morning. And he was probably get off the phone.
Yeah. We're sitting on it and stuff. So, I mean, it's round and it's light, and it's because of that, it's energy efficient. But, and so even though we use your own water and you use your electricity, you're going to pay pennies for, I think it's supposed to be like $7 a month for renting it with kind of KUB rates, especially if I drop it off with hot water, with propane, that would take out the bulk of the electrical use. And so just to maintain it, we're talking pennies to maintain it for a whole month. And for weekends, it would be even less than that. So yeah, the awareness factor is the hardest thing. And so that's what I'm trying to continue to work on, is let people know that, hey, it's a thing.
Yeah, it does exist.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you think, 5 years from now, Knoxville Hot Tub Rentals, or maybe even a year from now, if you're like 5 years too much.
5 years ago, first of all, if we're still around for 5 years, that's amazing. I would hope that we would have.
When we're still around.
Yes, I gotta have that mindset.
Obviously, if you still love it. If you're I hate this business, that's different. But if you're
at that point, I think I would probably be having help. My son, it would be in high school, so he would be working with me. We would hopefully have lots of hot tubs. We would also love to have like little add-ons, working with masseuses for special events, or working for kind of decorating. We're sitting underneath a soft top gazebo or something. You know, we would do all these things to kind of, more than just a hot tub, we would do the full experience. So you mentioned tailgate.
Yeah.
You know, we would decorate for all of that, centered around the hot tub. That's the essence of what we would do, but it would be more than just hot tubs. That would be the goal I think we have for 5 years. Like
more of a almost selling an experience.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool. This could be a dumb question, and you may be like, why did you ask this on camera? But what about pets? Like, can pets get in this?
No, probably not safe for, not only is it not safe for pets, but it wouldn't be safe for the hot tub. So like cat's claws would put a hole in this. Dogs would probably as well. So it'd be not safe for pets to be in it. Which
I feel like is common sense, but I feel like we just need to say that.
Yes, that's a good, I'm glad you brought that up.
Because like
glass too, so we could do like plastic or acrylic kind of glasses.
Right.
But white glass that gets into the water, you would not be able to see it, and then not only could you cut yourself, but then it could actually cut the hot tub.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Would be bad.
No pets.
You'd have 300 gallons just draining out on your deck or something.
Not good.
Which is not cool.
Which, is that where most people are putting it, on their deck, or?
Yeah, back decks has been the most popular place. I know it does get heavy, so people are obviously concerned about how can it hold up. Like if it can
be supported.
Yeah, so I mean that's we would make you make the judgment of that. I don't want to make the judgment and then it not. But you know, for most people, you can if you followed most standard decking requirements, whatever that's called, guidelines, it can hold up for that. So. Because it's lighter than your typical hot tubs, and so that makes it more, just a little bit better. Whereas your typical hot tub is going to be probably over 3,000 pounds, and so most people have to get a special concrete pad. They have got to get a special electrical outlets to this. So this just plugs into a regular outlet. As long as it's dedicated 110, 120 volts with 15 amps, it can run the system with no problem, and it has a built-in ground system to it as well.
That's cool. So if someone was wanting to book this, like how far out do they need to schedule you?
Not too far out right now. We're still early, but we're hoping if someone books it for a month, it might be months out that they would have to book it out, and that kind of stuff. So we're worried about supply. We've got more hot tubs that we can get if we need to, but for right now, just a couple weeks out, and you could probably get it for a weekend. But once the business, when the business gets rolling, it might be longer.
Okay, so how many people fit in here? Like 4?
So they advertise 4 to 6 people can get into this, and then you know, depends also on the size, because volume of the people. So like little kids can get into a bit more than some other people, but yeah, about 4 to 6.
Okay, so because it's not little, I mean, it's a good size. Like I think you would think like it's a standard, probably like hot tub size in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so 4 to 6 adults roughly.
Yeah. Yep.
And then when it comes to booking, do people go to your website? Like, what's the best way for people to do that?
Yeah, the website has all the information there, and it has an online booking. We ask for some basic information, name, number, address, because we got to deliver it. And then it would submit it to me, and then I would call back and you would put the date that you would want it, and I would call back just to confirm whether I have it or not, and then we would work out the logistics over the phone. But you could also call us directly as well to book it.
Yeah. So if they call you, just go to the website. What's the best way to call you?
The website has our number, but it's 865-800-4268. So no odd numbers there.
Yeah.
All even. Well, except for the 5.
800. Yeah, I know, right?
The 5 in the area code.
Okay, cool. So what have I not asked you that, like, I should have asked? Or that you want to share?
I think you asked pretty much everything about sanitation, delivery, the lightweight. We can put it where you want it. We handle everything. Like I can get it through doors. So now I can get this up, and I can get it upstairs on a deck. I can get it through a screen porch door. So if you think I don't know where I can fit it, well, I can fit it pretty much everywhere. And the few customers we've had, a lot of them are like, "Do you need help? Do you want me to help you lift it?" And it's like, "No, we can get it upstairs. We can get it through doors." And most people have been amazed by that. Like, wow, I didn't realize it would fit through this. And that's been kind of a a cool thing to kind of shock them that this thing is as mobile, as portable as it is.
Well, and like from the video, you saw that. I mean, it sits on like his truck bed. Yeah. I mean, in my mind, I don't know what I was thinking. Well, first of all, I was thinking about like an inflatable pool. So we're gonna let that go, which is not what that is. But it's super seamless, super easy in terms of the movement of it, which I thought was really cool. How long does it? What about draining it? So when you drain it, if it's on someone's deck, like.
So I have a submersible pump, and then I put it in there, and I have 100 feet of like 2-inch kind of drain hose. Yeah. And the idea we would go to either, depending on where your deck is, we can either get it to the street, and so it goes down
at the foundation.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
We would pull it away from the house.
Right.
Yeah. And either an inconspicuous part of the yard or the street, and we would let it pump, and it drains out in about 15 minutes.
Oh, and it takes it, what, 35 minutes to fill?
Depends on we're getting close to filling it now. It takes about 35 minutes, at least at my house with the pressure we have. Depends on people's pressure of their house. If we use the propane tankless water heat system, it takes a little bit longer because it slows down the water flow, but again, maybe 45 to 50 minutes as of now, and we're still looking at ways to improve it. But it would be instantly ready though. As soon as we're done, it'd be ready.
Something we haven't talked about is coverage area, which on the website is a map, but also I think you would probably say this too, and it notes this on the website that you're kind of open to areas, but in general, it's like.
Yeah, general, the Knoxville area is from all the way to like Oak Ridge, Clinton, to even Lenoir City, to what's the South Knoxville area, Seymour. We'd go up to the Smokies, Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, and maybe Jefferson City-ish, trying to draw the outside. Again, we have a map on our website, and it's, I kind of did use some software that kind of, so that way it's a standard drive time. It's a drive time map, so that's why it looks all funky. But so that's just within an hour roughly of where I live, so that way we can get to where we go without costing too much and taking too much of our time. But anytime, anywhere just outside that, we could certainly arrange for it, especially if it's long-term rentals. We could definitely work that out.
Right. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely go to the website because you're gonna see on there that I thought that map was actually really good. Anyways, okay, so let's shift gears a little bit.
Okay.
Talk to us about, so you're from Florida, right?
Yep.
When did you come to Knoxville?
About eight years ago this July.
So you're obviously liking it?
Yeah, I don't think I'm leaving anytime soon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Knoxville's a great place. Doesn't get too hot. I didn't realize how hot Florida was until I moved here. So, January is still not as fun with the cold weather, but that's where hot tubs come in.
That's true, yeah.
But so we love it here, but just enough we can have some snow on occasion, get up to the mountains, and love nature, greenways, all that kind of stuff. Having UT here, not only because I work there, but all the things that it provides, and the size of the city here, we love it.
So what are your 3 favorite places to eat in Knoxville?
3 favorite places. We love going to downtown, so I like Tomato Head. We like pizza, so Tomato Head, even Barley's. Was it Tap?
Barley's Tap Room?
Yeah, Tap Room.
Yeah.
Both have really good pizza in our mind. We love that macaroni pizza from Tomato Head. And,
macaroni. Okay, now hold on here. Macaroni pizza.
You haven't had the macaroni pizza from Tomato Head?
No.
Oh, that's really good.
Because Tomato Head is one of my favorite restaurants, which my husband, every time he's like, "Where do you want to go?" I'm like, Tomato Head, and he's like, "Haley, get a life." But it's so good.
So I mean, those 2 pizza places in the downtown Old City area, and then kind of for dessert, ham and goodies, lemon cookies. We love their pop-up shops, but of course they're downtown. They're West Knoxville.
Have you had Myrtle's Bakehouse?
I have not.
Okay, their lemon cookie is like, it's this big, literally the size of someone's face. So, well, you said pizza. So when you do pizza delivery, what do you get?
There's the standard stuff. We don't
like
do
Domino's,
Domino's or Papa John's.
Whatever.
Those are deliveries, but I don't do too much delivery. I'd rather pick up and go. But.
Really? Interesting. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, what are your top 3 things to do in Knoxville?
We love to hike. We've gone up to like Imes Nature Center to the Norris Dam. We've even gone over to Frozen Head and obviously the Smokies, all those areas. So we love to hike. And then the zoo Knoxville. We're big zoo fans. We're members there.
Yeah.
And for Knoxville, the third thing.
Or like the area in general.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Dollywood and those
Haven't
types
heard of it?
Yeah, I haven't heard of it. That would be probably our three things.
Do you ride the rides at Dollywood?
I do. My kid's still not into roller coasters, but I love roller coasters.
Okay.
I mean, when I say Central Florida, my in-laws work at Disney World, so
okay.
we're big Disney fans,
Yeah, okay.
and that kind of stuff. But I would say Dollywood's getting up there with roller coasters.
Yes.
Disney World is not a big roller coaster place per se. There's a few, obviously, but
yeah, Dollywood has definitely shifted. Like growing up, when I was like literally all there was a roller coaster, but it's basically, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like literally it's a wood roller coaster, but it just goes up and down, and you might have one sharp turn. And I remember being like, wow, roller coaster. Anyways, but Dollywood is definitely up there. Okay. Anything in Knoxville that you're like is super underrated that people have to know about? Or when I say Knoxville, I mean like East Tennessee in general. Anything that you're like, I wish people knew this.
Let's see. Goodness. I guess the quarries in Imes Nature Center and that kind of stuff. I don't know if a lot of people go there and know about it, but those are really fun.
Yeah, it's a cool park. It's a cool place, and I feel like there's never ending stuff to do there, which is cool.
Yeah.
And that's like a complete turnaround because my husband's from South Knox, and so back in the day, like no one was going there unless they weren't supposed to be. You know what I mean? And now it's like a cool. Really cool.
Retro.
It's really neat.
Got that groovy view.
Okay, awesome. So in terms of like, you live in the Halls community, right?
I do. Yep.
So if someone was like trying to think Halls or Powell or, South Knox, like what's your kind of take on that?
On the
communities? Yeah, the communities, but also like how Halls is kind of maybe different from Powell, or, like what your thoughts are on that.
I feel like nature, when I think of South Knoxville, I definitely think because of its Imes Nature Center, because of it's kind of getting closer to the Smokies, real nature centered. And then with Halls, a bit more country because we're on the north part of the county. So there's still some people who have some cows and in fact, just right behind me, my neighbors have a farm they used to have goats, and they have,
I didn't even notice it was farmland.
Lilacs, I think. They have a lilac farm.
Oh, that's cool.
Lilac farm. And then they sell soap and do all those other things. So there's still some of those here. There used to be a fruit and berry patch also right back there. Unfortunately, they built a whole bunch of homes. So it's going quick. It's growing because, and so is Powell. I know they got it's in the news, going to build like 4,000 homes in the next 15 years or something like that.
Yeah, crazy.
I think that's Powell. Area, kind of Powell Carnes-ish area. So yeah, I mean that's
like if you didn't live in Halls, where would you? Or you're like, no, I love it here. Like
I don't know. They all have their unique.
Yeah.
So I'm a professor and I work with educators, so I travel to different schools, and
they
all have their own vibe, whether it be Carnes to Hardin Valley to kind of the West High School. I do it by the high schools zones to Farragut, to Carter High School. They all have their own vibe. Maybe it could be a little bit closer to shopping in Halls. So Powell, shopping's coming to Powell area, like 75.
Because you guys have a Super Walmart, you have the Rural King, you have
a few grocery stores.
Yeah, some grocery stores.
And then if you get over to the Powell 75 exit, they have
a lot.
Bigger grocery stores, a Kroger.
Where you can basically really buy clothes in there.
Yeah, it's like a really big Kroger. And then like a pet supermarket and that kind of stuff. And supposedly there's more stuff. They built a Texas Roadhouse recently. So it's growing in that regard. But it's not like the Farragut Westtown Mall.
There's no Costco in Halls.
No Costco.
But there's also no Rural King in Farragut, so.
We have a Tractor Supply too. So that could tell you everything about Halls.
Okay. Anything we're missing about your thoughts on Knoxville? About your thoughts on, hot tubs?
No.
Anything.
I think rent it. I will say the footprint of this hot tub is about 6.5 feet. so that's might need that space.
Yeah.
One thing I forgot to mention, but no.
Which just for size orientation, like his truck bed, it's not a full size truck bed, is it? Or is it?
It's just I think it's a regular.
It's just
size.
a regular size truck bed, and it fits. You know what I mean? So there might be a little bit of hangover, but it's not like it's huge.
No.
I mean, I feel like this would fit most places.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it pretty awesome, because like a typical hot tub is not fitting most places. Anyways, okay, so check out the website, give them a call. If you want to rent, don't just think of this as like, why would we do this? This could be parties, tailgates, any kind of event, or any kind of add-on, like a girls' night, any of that kind of stuff.
Girls' night.
Or guys' night, or whatever.
Yep.
Or it would be a fun like birthday party for older kids, I feel.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Even, mid 4th, 5th graders up kind of type deal.
I think it'd be
my
fun.
kids have enjoyed it. They're in that 4th, 5th grade age.
Yeah.
They've enjoyed being in it. They don't necessarily like it being too hot, but again, you don't have to set it to 104 degrees. So especially if you have a birthday in the winter months, those would be kind of fun too. Yep.
Awesome. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Joshua.
Well, thank you.
So nice to meet you. Nice to talk about hot tubs.
Yeah,
and,
enjoyed it.
I think actually this is going to be a great gift for some clients of mine. So anyways,
there you go.
Yeah, why not? Okay, see you next time.